Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. A few of you have asked me on Instagram for some Pat McGrath looks, specifically with the Divine Rose palette, which I do have. And there were also a few of you who wanted 3 looks, 1 palette, and eventually I will do that sort of thing on my channel. But you guys know that I'm new with this, and it's taking me forever to do just even 1 look while filming, so I figured I would just take baby steps and just do 1 look per eye, which would just be a lot better than going and taking off makeup and starting that whole process over again. I have to sort of take everything slow with this. It's very different, and it's a lot more work than you would think to make a YouTube video. It definitely is. So I just wanted to make it a little bit easier for myself and just do 2 looks. And I do have another look on my Instagram. If you scroll back, maybe I'll post them all together at the same time to make it easier. But yeah, so I just wanted to, if you're interested in seeing these 2 looks, I'm just going to jump right into it and get started on the looks. All right, thank you. What? Okay, we're going to start with look number 1 with the Pat McGrath Divine Rose palette. It's really kind of hard to show the shades because of the very reflective surface of the palette, but yeah, okay. I mean, you guys know what this palette looks like, I'm sure, since a few of you have asked me to post some, makeup looks with it. So anyway, I'm going to start with the first look. I'm probably going to do 1 eye each different, and that's how we'll do this one. That's it. I'm going to get started. Alright, so to start off, I guess I will go in. Do I want to try this one? Probably. Okay, I'm going to go in with my Chikuhodo GSN 7, which is a very big brush. I'm aware of that. But I'm going to be using this part of it. It's also a very soft brush, so I'm going to go in this shade right here on the bottom and sort of like flick it outwards a little bit. Very light touches, very, very, very light. This is a large brush. Things can get out of control really quick with this one. But it's really soft and I like it for that. And I also have a hard time blending Pat McGrath mattes, so I wanted a really soft brush. And this one is that. Okay, so I'm going to try not to lift my eyebrows as I apply this because I do have hooded eyelids. So if I lift, then when I'm looking normal, my eyeshadow disappears. So I'm going to try really hard to just look straight ahead and apply that way. It's really kind of hard to show this. Alright, so no lifting. I'm going to be going above where my actual fold is in my eye. I probably should have actually started with the darker color and a smaller brush, but it's okay. We already started. Okay, so now I am going to go into the darker matte, which is this one right here. I am going to use a smaller brush for that. With Chikuhodo, here's the GSN 9, which is the same shape brush, just a much, much, much tinier little baby there. God, I am so bad at filming myself. It's laughable. Hopefully I will get better soon because this is torture for myself, so I can't even imagine how it is for you. Again, starting on the bottom lid and going out. Okay, trying really hard not to lift that eyelid. Start right there on the very outer portion. I'm going to give it a winged out shape. Okay, now closing my eyes to see where everything is. See how much lower that is? Okay, I am gonna just like pat some color right there. So I want that to look more like a V. And then just go like so. Okay, now I'm gonna just take that other brush, the big one again. I'm not gonna put any more color on it, and I'm just going to sort of very softly just do circular and back and forth motions just to get a nicer blend there. You can see how that's blending. Okay, I actually really like how that's blending. Note to self, when using Pat McGrath, use Chikuhodo brushes. This is working out really well for me. Okay, just gonna bring a little bit more color, just a tiny bit. Bring it towards the brow. Okay. Okay. All right. And then a little bit more on the bottom. Didn't dip back into more color. I'm just sort of blending what's already there. Ooh. Okay, and now I'm going to apply my glitter primer, which right now I have my NYX glitter primer, super cheap. Does the same thing as the Too Faced one. I would say, you know, just get the NYX one and save some money. I really don't see any difference between the two products, and one is like $5 or $6 and the other is like 20 or 20 something. It's the same thing. I might have put a little bit too much on there, so I'm using my other finger, my ring finger now, to sort of okay. All right, now, okay, so now I'm just gonna take my finger and go into this brownish bronze shade. And I'm just gonna tap that on the outer portion of my lid. It's a nice satiny shade, which is nice. I don't want too much shine there because obviously I am going above my crease. And I just don't want too much shine there. But I'm sort of bringing it on an angle. Let's go in with this sort of normal gold. No, it's not like what you guys would expect me to go for with this Pat palette, but I know I've posted a look using like the more special shades on my Instagram already, so I kind of wanted to post something a little bit different. And there's a lot of things that you can do with this palette, so I just want to go in a different direction this time. Okay, so just this shade right here. And I'm going to do the same thing, only on the inner portion of my lid. And just sort of like bring that over to that deeper shade. Sort of making a little bit of a mess here. That's okay. All right, and back in with the smaller brush and the deep brown matte, deeper. And just sort of brushing it towards the shimmery shade. And going back over what I've already done. It's really, really a hard habit, even for me, knowing that I shouldn't lift my my lid when I'm applying makeup. Okay, just making sure that that goes all the way over. Okay, and then again back in the mauve matte with the bigger brush, blending the edges and coming back all the way over with that. Okay, and I was prepared today and I sharpened my liners before coming out here, and I also brought a few choices. Since this is a brownie gold look, I am going to use Urban Decay's Bourbon, which is probably my all-time favorite brown. Definitely favorite brown from Urban Decay. It's just a nice warm brown that I enjoy using. It's okay if you get a little messy with this, because I'm going to just smoke it out. Okay, so now I'm going to take a pencil brush. Here's one. It's Wayne Goss number 5. Just a small little pencil brush. I'm going to dip that in that deep brown matte shade. And then I'm just going to go over the liner with that. Okay, now the bottom lid. And again with the Wayne Goss brush, just going back over right into the lash line and just smoking that out. Making sure I connect it to the top there. Okay, so that's a nice smoky look there. So I waited on the concealer. And of course my fingers are covered in eyeshadow right now, so I'm just gonna go in with my beauty blender. I normally do at least start off blending with my finger. So I feel like that gives like a much better application for me anyway. I think I'm just gonna keep it simple and go with this one. I'm pretty sure this one's called Skin Show Nude. I've been enjoying bringing the color across to about like halfway. You can just put it wherever you want though. Okay, I do have a sample of the Milk mascara. What is it? The Milk Kush mascara that I have been trying. I kind of like it. It's not overtaking my favorite mascaras, but I really like the size and the shape of the brush, and I also like that it's not the plastic bristles because I don't really like those. They always hurt me when I use them. So there we have it with the first look, the first Pat McGrath look, which is pretty, you know, neutrally shades that I used. So I guess I will go a little bit more colorful. You know what? I could always just see how this goes. Here is the Astral shade, which is glitters, and I don't mean to give you guys the finger, but I'm just gonna pop that right on the middle and just see how that looks. I use my other finger to sort of blend it out. Alright, so if you want to like step it up, you can just pop some of that Astral shade right there or anywhere. And let me just blend that again. There you have it. There is look number one. So look number two, let's see what I'm going to do for this one. Okay, so I'm going to use the Sonia G Mini Booster, which is a very small, dense blender brush. I'm just going to pop that into the deeper brown mat. Okay, so let's figure this out, how I can do this where you can see and I can see. Okay. All right, I think that is it right there. Maybe I'll do a little bit more of like a halo type eye on this side. That could be nice. It's really, see, did you see? You caught me, right? I was lifting my eyebrow. Really have to try not to do that. And just look straight ahead. Okay, and a softer brush, I am going to use my Kyoto. This is a blended hair brush, so there's goat hair and I believe squirrel hair in this brush. I don't remember what the name of this brush is. I think it's SJ 300 or something, maybe 301, but it's a very soft brush, and I'm going into the mauve matte now with this one, and I'm just going to start right at the edge there. And same thing on the other side, right at the edge. And then I'll bring it across at the very end. Okay, so I'm going to add a little bit more of the deeper shade here, since that sort of disappeared. Let me start at the bottom. Okay. All right, back in with the Sonia G Mini Booster and the deep brown. Sorry. Okay, and now back in with the Kyoto brush. Let's see. Okay, and once again, right in with the, I'm going to use this shade in the middle of my eye. See how that goes. All right, but first, you know the drill. I'm going to use my tacky primer first. Get my hair out of the way. All right, and now I'm going to just use my finger, go right in on this shade, which is an iridescent, very nice, sort of, there we go. All right, so that's what I'm gonna do, just get that on my finger and just tap it on. Comes off very bright and pink. I don't know if this is going to pick up on camera the way it does in real life. The refer on this shade right here, which is the pinky satin, and I'm going to sort of like sweep it in from the matte shades towards that pinky iridescent shade. And now I'm going to go back in with the Sonia G Mini Booster and the deep brown shade and just sweep that towards that pink shade. Just deepening it once again. And Kyoto brush and the mauve matte shade, and once again, just now I'm bringing that across the top. I'm going to take a clean brush now and just sort of give like a final blend. This is the Chikuhodo GSN 10. Love Drug from Urban Decay as my liner. Top and bottom. Okay, starting up top. This is sort of like a wine berry shade. I'm going to smoke this one out with this shade. Okay, I'm going to tight line with the brown bourbon. Let's just fix this shape a little bit. this is probably the final time I'm going to blend this shade. I'm not really loving how this one's coming out, so I think what I'm gonna do is just add more. Okay, so I'm gonna go into this shade right here with my finger. I'm just gonna sort of tap that right up the middle. Okay, and I lied, I'm gonna blend it again with this. See if I like that a little bit better. I don't know. Kind of. Let's get a little bit more towards the bottom. Some concealer, and we'll just finish this up, and I'll show you both looks, decide which one I like better to take a picture of. Okay, a little bit more, right? There. Going to use this shade. I'm going to put a little bit of this shade right here on the lower lid. I'm gonna finish this up with mascara, and then I'm gonna take my hair down, and you can see like the final results, both eye looks on both sides. And yeah, that's it. That is both looks, and just I will be right back, but you're not even gonna notice that I'm gone, but I'm going to take my hair out and look nice, and I'll be right back. I'll post more looks in the future, but here are both of the eye looks.